Hello, beautiful person. I'm really glad you're here, and welcome back to Becoming Her, a series about confidence, relationships, travel, and becoming the woman you know you're capable of being. Think of this as your daily big sister reminder, the things I learned the hard way so you don't have to. And today we're talking about something many of us quietly believe, that we need to be perfect to be loved, to be respected, to be admired, to be chosen. But trust me, you don't. A lot of women live in a constant self improvement mode. I'll feel confident when I lose the weight. I'll start dating when I fix this. I'll show up online when I look better. I'll speak up when I'm more polished. There's always a condition, always something that needs to be fixed first. And perfection becomes the entry ticket to be visible. So it's actually weird, but I basically always thought about filming and being on YouTube and just doing something in social media. But I thought that I was never good enough, or that I will fail. I always felt like I wasn't ready. So it was actually, the way I started my podcast was actually very weird, because I basically dreamed about doing a podcast. So the next morning I basically sat down and I was trying to come up with podcast ideas I could do, and I came up with so many, and I just decided to do it. So I ordered myself a cheapest mic from Shein, and I did the script and everything, and I was just trying to do my best. And yeah, that's how I started. So I wasn't really thinking if I'm ready or not. I just sort of did what was on my mind for so long, and I think that was one of the best things I ever did. But the truth is that there's always something you could improve. And if you wait to be perfect, you will wait forever. Somewhere along the way, we learned that mistakes cost us connection. Maybe when you were messy, you were criticized. Maybe when you were emotional, you were dismissed. Maybe when you showed vulnerability, it wasn't handled gently. So you internalize this belief: if I'm flawless, I'll be safe. Perfection feels protective. If you don't mess up, no one can reject you. If you don't show flaws, no one can criticize you. But perfection is exhausting, and it creates distance, because people don't connect to perfect, they connect to real. When you try to be perfect, you start performing. You overthink your words, you monitor your body, you edit your personality, you filter your emotions. You become hyper aware of how you're being perceived. And that hyper awareness disconnects you from yourself. Instead of asking, how do I feel? You ask, how am I coming across? And that shift changes your entire energy. At the beginning, when I started the podcast, I tried my best to be perfect. I actually listened to my first episodes for so long. I'm sure they're not perfect, but I really wanted them to be perfect, and the way I spoke, the way everything. And I think I recorded the first episode 5 times, because it just didn't feel like it was good enough. And when I finally got to that level where I wanted, I felt so proud of myself. So yeah, I actually don't know what they sound like. I can't remember. I can't even remember what I was saying because it was ages ago. But I feel like the way I was speaking wasn't natural. It wasn't me. I think I was basically performing to be perfect and to be seen as perfect. And it's very important to remember that perfection doesn't make you magnetic. It makes you appear tense. So magnetism isn't flawlessness, it's authenticity. It's comfort in your own skin. It's expressing yourself without apologizing for it. It's owning your imperfections calmly. Magnetic people don't obsess over being liked. They're just present. They laugh fully, they speak honestly, they don't rush to hide their quirks. And that ease is attractive. Not because they're perfect, but because they are not pretending. There's nothing wrong with wanting to grow. Self improvement is beautiful when it comes with self respect, but becomes heavy when it comes from self rejection. So ask yourself, am I improving because I love myself or because I don't feel good enough? That distraction matters. Growth rooted in self love feels expansive. Growth rooted in shame feels urgent and anxious. So, magnetism grows when you stop trying to earn your worth. So, gently ask yourself, where am I waiting to be better before I show up? Is it in dating, at work, online, with friends? What would happen if you allowed yourself to be seen as you are now? So, actually, I have another story for you. I speak a little bit of Spanish. It's not like perfect level of Spanish, but I can speak Spanish a little bit. And when I went to Spain, I actually felt very nervous and I wasn't comfortable to speak in Spanish to people. But there was a time where we went to a coffee shop and there was like an old lady serving coffee and she couldn't speak in English. She couldn't speak in English, so I had to use my Spanish. And when I tried to speak to her in Spanish, she was so happy because she said that it's not very popular to see tourists speaking in Spanish. I know that the way I spoke to her wasn't perfect, but I was happy because she understood what I wanted. She was happy because she finally met a tourist that spoke in her language, and she actually complimented me saying that my Spanish is really good. So it actually made me feel really good about myself. I really recommend doing something you really want to do and just stop waiting for the perfect moment. Just do it, because you will probably feel proud of yourself. Even if it's not perfect, it will be yours. And nobody's perfect at the beginning. Everyone has to start somewhere. So here's me starting with my basic Spanish in a cafe, ordering coffee. So becoming her isn't about becoming flawless. It's about becoming comfortable. Comfortable being seen, comfortable making mistakes, comfortable not being for everyone. She doesn't obsess over being impressive. She focuses on being aligned, and alignment feels magnetic. You don't need to be perfect to be powerful. You don't need to be polished to be worthy. You just need to be honest. Thank you for spending this time with me today. Take a deep breath before you move on with your day. You don't have to fix everything about yourself. You're not behind, you're becoming. Thank you for listening once again. Have a great day and see you tomorrow.